Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Tuesday night. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. We got NXT on tap tonight. We're here for all the reaction to all the action. It's going to be a fun one. So strap in, strap on, grab that snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we got WWE NXT tonight, the go-home show for Vengeance Day, where our Predictions Championship will be back on the line, and it's going to be a fun one. Lots going on in this card, lots to talk about. Me and that pretty face got you for the next couple hours as we dive into all that's going on in NXT around the wrestling world, and there's been no shortage of news, folks, so make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, become a part of the For Life family as we rock and roll and continue to grow. About to hit another milestone any second now. But thank you for being here. I will remind everyone out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and my guy, this show for NXT tonight is stacked. We've got Ridge Holland versus Tony D'Angelo for the North American title in a cage match. We've got Dango versus Lexis King for the Heritage Cup. We've got Bayley versus Kora Jade. This feels like Vengeance Day Night 1 almost.
It really does. I mean, again, a lot of twists and turns. We talked a lot about what would be the first NXT and or TNA title to switch hands between the two companies with this working relationship. Which title would be, and nobody had, not many people, but I think nobody had the Heritage Cup on their bingo card. Like, that might be the one. I could see Fandango winning tonight because it's the Heritage Cup. He wins. Lexis goes over there for a couple matches. Maybe that's a way to drag the system over. Like, they piss off Fandango or the system jumps Lexis, and nobody likes Lexis, but he is one of us.
Well, that's the thing is Lexis a face? Is he a heel? Like, the Heritage Cup, is it a title? Is it a cup? Like, it's definitely very much. I could see Dango, JDC for the 1, 2, 3. I'm very interested in the Ridge Holland, Tony D'Angelo cage match because it was Izzy Dame's doing that kind of set up this cage match. So you took away Tony's one advantage of having the family by his side.
Yeah, man, this came up last week where it was suggested that maybe Izzy Dane was somehow playing Tony, which we didn't really know how she was with Tony in the first place. So, but when she was the one that kind of threw out the idea of, yeah, let's do a cage match. Let's get there. So, I mean, very intriguing. What does this mean? Ridge with Izzy, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm in to give it a try.
It'd be their kind of NXT power couple potentially or something like that, because NXT keeps doing the like I don't want to wait for my life romance angles with Petrovo, Carmen and Shante. But yeah, Carmen. I'm of that mind that Izzy Dane might be out here working with Ridge. Ridge needs something, and Tony might be done in NXT. Like, okay, it'd be the Izzy Tony thing of that being a little couple thing. Does that get Rizzo involved? It's I don't know how I feel about the relationship-y stuff being involved in stories.
Well, I mean, there's always been it, right? So I'm okay with that side of the angle. We saw Stacks getting mad with Tony D. So yeah, I mean, a very intriguing cage match. Bayley going to be in action against Chorus. Kora heading into the triple threat on the weekend at Vengeance Day. We already talked about Fandango and Lexis. We also have the tag match tonight.
Yes, I gotta pull up the graphic on WWE.
Tag in action.
They need to win, but it's Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. I hope I said that right. So the Snorers of Anarchy. versus Hank and Tank and the No Quarter Catch crew. So Tavion Heights and not Miles Bourne, something
Not Miles
Jackson.
Bourne. Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's going to be a really fun match. I think NXT's done well with the tag teams. We like Hank and Tank. Miles, not Miles Bourne.
Yes.
As I think it's Riley. Is it Riley? But they've shown that they can go. Tavion can go. This should be a real fun match all around. So be very interesting. I like a good old tag team match. We'll see what it leads to. Again, stacked night. Lots going on in the wrestling world. Just like this chat, it's filling up.
Absolutely. Well, does NXT have the deepest like men's tag team division right now?
Yeah, and it has the best tag team in the world right now. The tag team has been outstanding. 2024 tag team of the year. By my standards, I like that pick. I like what they accomplished. They found ways to just you don't think much of them, but then you realize every time they're in the ring, they're having a bang. And they organically just grew of like all we ever did was make jokes, not Man and Robin. I haven't called them not Man and Robin in like 3 months.
Because they actually come across now as a solid tag team and everything. Like you could see them having, especially on say like the SmackDown tag team division of DIY Motor City Machine Guns, you could see them having fantastic matches there, but it's actually Miles Bourne.
Dude, every time it is Miles Bourne.
Yeah, some of the names in NXT are just generic as all hell.
Did you see the list that came out today?
Oh, I wish I had it pulled up, but some of them, like people are even saying that this has to be a rib. I can't remember which one Jordan Grace picked.
Trill something.
Was he related to Trill Williams?
Yeah, Trill Williams in the house. But yeah, no, some bizarre names.
Make names that sound like actual human beings. Make wrestling sound real again, at least. To have names that actually sound like fucking names that someone might have.
It's nuts. Like, why? Why do you have to have these never before heard names and put them all together? Like, Brimley, let's go. Like, who are these names for? And like, if you're given a list of names and this is the one you're picking, what else was on that list?
Well, I know a lot more people that are actually named, Kevin Owens or somewhat close to that than I do Brinley Reese.
Yeah. And I'm not saying everyone should have a generic name, but they should at least have some type of there's a lot of really bad ones.
Shit, that sounds cool. Roman Reigns, that's a fake name. No one's named Roman Reigns. That's the most badass name you could think of.
Yeah, that's a good one, right? Like even Kevin Owens grabbing his kid's name, and we talked about that. But I mean, yeah, Cody Rhodes sounds like a guy. Like this sounds like a very white guy. Like, where's Cody?
And he is
right, like milky white. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think some of the names, I don't know if it's a generational thing, and the younger generations just like this is the coolest name ever. We're like, no, it ain't.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do get the random name changes, like when he went from Walter to Gunther and everything that somehow work, but that's just more on the talent. I guess it's on part the talent has to make the name work, but sometimes it's a name.
Dude, I went on like a 6-minute rant when they changed Walter to Gunther. I went off. I was so disappointed that this was even a thing. And now I wouldn't think twice. I see Gunther, let's go.
Right?
Like Walter never crosses my mind.
For every Gunther, there is a cope. That's the thing. For every Gunther, there is a cope.
Right? We got to get to the chat. We got 4 minutes, folks, before we go live. We are going to just rifle through as many of these as we possibly can. And I will not call you the pulverizer. The pulverizer.
Call me the pulverizer.
That's
sorry. I thought that was just hilarious, but yes.
Joe, I'm hyped for Tony D versus Ridge. Yeah, I mean, again, cage match, grudge match, belt on the line, twists and turns on this one. Clay Lewis, Eric, Damian, Cherokee George. What's up? If you see anything of note, I'm not going to read them.
Fair enough. I'm trying.
DJ, what's good? Damian, Kevin, Giro, Graham. What's up, Graham?
Yeah, well, I think that's a new name, so shout out.
Yeah,
appreciate you, my guy.
Jordan, welcome. Mega, good to see you. E's back. TJ, welcome. Paul's accounted for, the pulverizer. I said I wouldn't call him it, but it's
yeah. Well, I think E said we were the best beards in the business. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You get a star, sir. You get a star.
Speed Rock over on Twitch. Yes, folks, don't forget we are on Twitch. Go check us out over there. We're down at 32, so we lost one. We lost a Twitcher.
Everyone the Twitcher twitched too much and he done twitched away. But yes, 100%. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We've got the Twitter. We've got the Instagram. We've got the merch store. We've got the Discord. We've got all the bits and bobbles and the gizmos and gadgets for you.
All the things. But look who's back. We had to put a search out.
I had to check in on the man, and the man was too hungover from his birthday celebration and also probably the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Attaboy. All right, welcome back, sir. Happy belated. Hope you're feeling better. With Scott Rizzo in the house. Let's go. I see Mega, Byron, Brandon, MDB, Daniel, Barry Sports Highlights. How you doing? A. Jobson, welcome back. Ken, welcome back. I'm like, this list is awesome.
You said that though, like he was stepping up to the batter's box, and now batting for the New York Yankees, number 75, Daniel Barry Sports.
Today is the greatest day of my life. What's up, AJ? How you doing? Welcome back, Brandon. Good to see ya. TJ, I think we got more than one TJ. Welcome. It is Miles Bourne, which is hilarious. We fuck it up every time, but
every time.
Right. Good to see you, Denisha. Welcome on back. Good to see you.
He's a member of the Wrestlers Witness Protection Agency, right there. It goes by many names, none of which we can remember.
Right. 316, welcome back. John, welcome back. MDB over on Twitch. Bradley, the giver, welcome back, sir. I hope you are doing well. And that's most everybody. Sonny, Michael. If I missed you, wave, say hello.
We got Sonny, we got Dawn, we got Michael. How about Glenn Jacobs' former moniker, Dr. Isaac Yankum, the mad dentist? Yeah, that was terrible. Right. And he was the Christmas creature. But then he ended up on Kane, Kane is not a real name, but it sounds badass. Right. The Undertaker.
They got to bring the dentist back to manage Britt Baker.
Oh.
Isaac Yankum presents Britt Baker, DMD.
John, what up? Hi, Wrestle for Life. I'm not even going to acknowledge that because I don't want that any sort of way. So I'm going to just pretend you said that, and we're going to move along.
Right.
316. I rewatched the last night's women's tag match and best women's tag match in 6 months. It was a fantastic match. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. I thought the in-ring last night was really solid. I think it carried the show. As much as we like the stuff with Jay and Gunther and Punk and Seth and Finn, and we like it. It was really good, really solid. But I thought the in-ring really, really delivered last night. I really enjoyed it. And that women's tag match killed, absolutely killed.
Is Raw kicking the sugar honey iced tea out of SmackDown when it comes to in-ring?
It feels like Raw's the more entertaining of the two at the moment, for sure.
Fair enough. But I will pause.
I got now.
All right. So I almost didn't need to do anything.
You twitched early. Forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are syncing up. You can do the same at home if you want to play along. But right now we are together.
Yes.
There you go. In sync. Not just where you keep the dishes.
I love that joke every time. It's a fantastic dad joke, sir.
Right. Jose, how you doing? Welcome back. How about the barber? Brutus Beefcake. There's a wrestling name. Brutus Beefcake.
Well, remember when he was the booty man? The booty man.
Right. Roadblock, March 11th. Yes, Tuesday, March 11th. Roadblock from New York. The
theater in Madison Square Garden, as I've seen how they've announced it. So
yeah,
it's not MSG, but in the building.
Yeah, that small venue attached to MSG. So pretty cool. Should be a fun night. I'm sure they'll stack it.
That's a big moment, I feel, for NXT of yes, it is peripheral, it is ancillary to the Garden, but it is still you still can say MSG, NXT in the same sentence. So that's a big moment for them.
And we are opening with Bayley, ladies and gentlemen. And you're 100%
the
right.
Hardest working woman in wrestling right now, because she's showing up on every show, everything.
So overbooked. Why do they use their good people so much?
Well, I saw people say this, that Bayley might be in her player coach phase now.
100%. Yes, she is very much so. She is definitely giving us the Reg Dunlop treatment. She's the player coach. She's in there. She's giving us a little semi-pro right now. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, she's excellent. And she gets the best out of talent. Right now, we're watching her mentor Roxy through this. And it pays off. I think Julia keeps the belt, and those two have a continued beef that works onto the main roster.
But do you think she's staying? Fair enough. I agree with you. That's where she's kind of been with this. I've said it, that she's the lily pad for Roxy to the main roster. But does she stay in this? Like, you have that same class of Mercedes, who we'll talk about that a little later. Charlotte, who just came back, is about to take on Tiffany. We assume Becky's bound to come back, wrote a book, everything. Like, Bayley still, to me, feels like somebody that, given the right story, given the right instance, can snap into being top of the card instantly, but can still do that mentorship now.
Yeah. And again, that's what you need from your vets. Even Punk, right? Punk gave so much life to what Drew McIntyre, and I give Drew all the marks. But if Drew hadn't got mad at a guy like Punk and didn't start fucking with Punk, would it have hit as hard? Would it have been as big, So I think Punk's there in a lot of ways. Randy Orton when he's back and healthy, but that's what you need. And I think for so long with Vince, that old guard held down the new guard. Bray Wyatt not going over the Brothers of Destruction, shit like that. You need to culture that next generation.
Yeah, they've managed to find that perfect way to where you can still make a veteran look solid, but still be helping help give that passing hand to the new generation.
Right. As Kora and Bayley have started this one off, what up, Anthony? How's it going? 69% going for Bayley. Kora getting 24%. Nobody getting 6.
Well, Kora seems like she's more tied to TNA right now. Like, we're gonna probably see Kora versus Masha at some point. She's here because she's got the connection to Roxanne. I think Bayley wins here.
Absolutely. Especially heading towards Julia. Unless Roxy has some hand in it, it's Bayley's to have. And I think they'll give her that moment because she's not winning at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, not at all. And so Julia watching backstage.
Looking serious. C Money, welcome back. Good to see you. Bayley helping Roxy transition to the main roster 100%. Our man Spaz, Sticky Nicky and KYJ. Why? Team Slippery and Sticky. If the first NXT NA title to cross over is the Heritage Cup, going to the goddamn system, I'm gonna send a tweet.
I like how you skipped the first one, but still read the second one.
It took me between the first one and the second one to register what it was.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I don't think it's that bad. I think it is an easy bridge. It is the first bridge. Like, Bayley with a big elbow to the back.
And it's a title of non-consequence, right? Like, it really isn't. Like, so you get away with doing it and nobody really cares, right? It's like if TNA won the speed title, right? Like, we it's okay.
a bit above that, I will say. A bit above that.
Maybe a bit.
Yeah, I think Spaz should just start calling us the Wet Bandits there, like the robbers from
we double up. Sticky Wet Bandits. Let's go.
Jeez.
Both
are you Marv or are you Joe Pesci?
I think I'm Pesci. I think physically you're Marv and Joe. Joe. I think physically that's how it's going to look when we're standing next to each other.
Fair enough.
You big mother. That was one big mother.
but Bayley went a tope into the barricade from Kora.
Got Bayley for the win and got two hot ladies too. OG Dale on one. Down boy.
Right?
Yo, I think we got like 7 TJs in our chat.
No, and we have 2. I think we have 2. I think
Two.
the vitamins have made 2 become 17 somehow.
Right, maybe.
Sean Reed, I love the idea of Roxanne winning the IC title and holding it for the record book. Just love wrestling. Absolutely,
nice?
my God. Well, you found the place for it, but
right. Welcome to... Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that the mid-card titles are still, you're gonna have, they're still in their infancy, so you're gonna get some transitions, I think, for a bit.
I think so too. And I think the idea, like, you get Roxy to the main roster. If she goes after Lyra, we know they can work well together.
Yeah.
We know there's chemistry there. And if Roxy won the mid-card title, it's a nice place to be. And then you do have, the Bird Lady and, even Bayley at this point a little bit. And you have some of the newer talent coming up and in and out that can work that division very well.
Yeah, and well, I agree with that. I think my thing was more on just of, I don't think she goes on this like Roman Reigns era run with the belt of like, I don't even always feel super confident in Chelsea right now. And I think she's the strongest of the 2 mid-card title holders.
She kind of is, in the sense of like, I think it would be a mistake to take the belt off her for all the reasons why we're defending the decision to put Jay over. It's the same reasons why you want to keep Chelsea with
Chelsea going.
She's earned it and she's on fire. She's like in a different way, because obviously a different role. But what she's doing right now is murdering. Like, just let it go.
Crazy that they were gonna, as we're in picture, at least I am. I'm think you.
I got Kora showing off.
But how Blair Davenport was like all of this close to being a cabinet member of President, Chelsea Green for the US and everything, which is hilarious because she's Canadian. That
True.
She was that close to it and then ends up released.
Right. And funny enough, not the first Canadian to pull this stunt. KO did it.
Absolutely. 444 Auntie Bayley. Is that like the female version of Unk status if you're Auntie?
Right. Auntie, right? But Kora is completely all over Bayley in the commercial break, folks.
Yeah, well, you don't deal with the commercial breaks, but I felt like I saw a couple people that were more bothered with like the Raw commercial breaks this week of like, we missed a whole promo. We missed this. We missed that. Like we got, it felt like we missed a chunk of the show. Well,
again, this is one of the things they do for the international audience. We get bonus coverage. We get bonus shit that you guys don't see. They do interviews. They do promos. They've been doing it for the last couple of weeks now. And then I think it's their way of trying to funnel people to like social media. Like if you don't have Netflix, then you got to follow us on social media to see the exclusive stuff.
We're going to come out with a WWE VPN sooner rather than later, just so you can circumvent it.
And I know some people are bothered by it. I get it, but it's just the nature of the beast right now. Like, I think at some point in the future, this will be a non-conversation. It's going to be completely everything's going to be streaming. I think the cable cuttings turned into the death of cable. So
fair enough.
Not going to be long.
Then you just get all the whole packages together that are basically a cable package. Like I have YouTube TV. What I pay for YouTube TV is basically what I would pay for a cable package.
Yeah, that's the other kicker, right? Especially doing what we do, and there's so many different apps, and you can't get it's a pain in the ass. But Bayley on fire,
right?
Spaz, thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Okay. The you make me what? Pause. Wet Bandits. It is now. It's even more pause. TK isn't the speed champion. He's the snow champion. Check your junk. Hashtag.
Thank you, Spaz.
You almost got through a full super chat, my guy, without saying something super sus.
Eloquent as always, sir. The Duke Hudson one hurt. I really like him. MVP. LOL.
Oh,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask. Do you have one of the releases out of the 10, 11, 12 releases recently that, like, personally to you stings.
Not specifically. I mean, I think, oh, nice suplex. I felt like my biggest disappointment, the one that hurts the heart the most, is Dawn, is Isla Dawn. Like, I'm gonna miss you.
It's been a long day.
Right.
And that's what, because that's splitting up a whole Kora with a double stomp to the back, but that's splitting up a tag team that is a former women's tag team champions, like actually was there in that division. That to me, fully valid.
And what are you doing now with what's left? Like, what like, do you have singles plans
for Alba Fire?
For Alba, yeah.
That's the thing is, does she go back to NXT? Or like why? And I don't even think, like, why would you do a new tag partner when they worked really well as in tag team?
Oh wow. Good match, by the way, folks. A good match is rolling here.
Right.
Bayley on fire. And again, getting a great match out of Kora.
Go on.
Hey, Bayley music. We got Hugger C.
Hey, we have the Hugger Roxanne.
Let's go, Hugger Perez.
That's clever as hell. And I love two count after Bayley drops the elbow on the back of Kora. But this works because this is like that old school of, I'm going to dig at the vet because I'm going to bring back all your old gimmicks, all your old shtick and everything.
As Bayley's beating up Roxanne at the ringside and eats a DDT. Took her eyes off Kora for a second. Bad choice.
Yeah, and basically an impaler DDT, the fisherman DDT there.
Right. Another one. So Bayley gonna eat now?
Wow. Well, you said if it would take Roxanne interfering for this to be the situation. Now, that's big because you make Bayley look weaker going into the triple threat, but you make Kora look better going towards Masha.
Oh, the general manager talking to Julia. I think Kora is going to get added to this match, bro.
But
I'm
like, I don't know how I feel. Like, is it supposed to be an advantage or a disadvantage? Now, did you?
It's not good for the champ. It's not good for the champ, but I think Kora made a petition for it. Kora just pinned Bayley, man. Yeah, Richard calling it.
I think that's, you make Kora look good for when she's going at Masha. She looks more of a credible threat. In that instance, Bayley is Bayley teetering on that, can take the L's, but is maybe taking too many L's.
They're just standing around talking. Here comes our GM. Ava Rain.
Well, I was going to ask, how do you feel about the reports allegedly that she's going to get pushed more, that she's going to be much more of a prominent figure?
Who's writing these reports?
Dwayne.
He's like, what? Like,
is now a fatal four-way. She's the only person that I've seen that can close their mouth and still show their teeth.
Yeah, 100%. I have no problem with Bayley taking that loss. That's not a problem for Bayley. It's a build-up match. Again, interference matters.
You said that's the one way out, and then now she's firing back up. So yeah, she gets everything back that she lost, and she didn't lose it clean. She lost it because she got fucked over.
Is it a belly to Bayley, a Bayley to Bayley, a belly to Bayley, or
Bayley to belly, a belly to Bayley?
Whoa, Sol Ruka and Zarya.
What are they? Go ahead.
They're going to do a training session at the beach.
You gotta be down because you gotta be tough.
Look who's back.
Nikita, my talent doesn't go past my waistline. Lyons.
She coming back as a heel, bro.
Well, she was going the heel route because she was trying to steal Ashante from Carmen, which was weird.
Interesting.
But so who's going to be her partner if we're setting up her versus essentially a tag team?
I don't know. But I mean, Zarya Nikita, interesting.
Somebody going to get hurt real bad.
And we get the
here comes Oba. Speaking of hurt real bad.
Right? I can see the Prodigy in the chamber. I think Prodigy gets into the chamber, Christopher.
Yep.
I like it too. I think she's earned it.
Well, because Bayley's punched her ticket, right?
Yep.
Continuation. There you go.
Absolutely. Lion is back. Nikita in the house, folks. Lions like it. Fatal 4-way, something different. Yeah, we had 2 triple threats going into Saturday. So Kora Jade's been added to the women's main event. So we get a fatal 4-way. I'm okay with it. And they built to it. And now you see this uncertainty between Roxanne and Kora. Though Roxanne went from being upset to being like, wait, you can help me, can't you? But that we know how that plays out.
I think we're going to see
4 minutes.
Well, I don't know if a terrible pun of vengeance on 2 different matches on Vengeance Day of you're probably going to see the Waller and Theory just like the breakup there. And then especially with Kora and Roxanne, they're going to play nice. And then they'll do like when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn used to be in like 2-on-1 handicap matches or a triple threat, but they're both in there. And then they just turn and start fighting each other.
But we are 3 minutes away from the return of the show, folks. On commercial break. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow. We got more coming your way. Dynamite, which I know there was some debate about when Dynamite was. But yeah, Dynamite tomorrow night. And then we're back on Thursday, our pre-show and our predictions and preview show for Grand Slam and Vengeance Day, Friday SmackDown, and then, of course, Saturday, Vengeance Day. And we'll see.
Yeah, that's the biggest question because again, we'll see because I don't know if they know, so we definitely don't know.
It's the weirdest
when
shit.
It comes to Grand Slam. Yeah, well, and even Christ with Dynamite, they had people last week that said tune in Tuesday for AEW Dynamite when they're taping it because they got to fly to Australia. But so it's taping tonight in Texas and then airing tomorrow and Wednesday, normal time.
Right. It's insane. But the lack of clarity with it all, and I mean, there were people out there that thought it was airing tonight because there was a lot of call outs with today's date, but that was for the taping. That was them trying to sell tickets to the taping. So it got the wires crossed. Now, again, I felt like when I found out last night, I was like, wait a minute, like we're pretty good on being on the ball.
Right.
I was like, that one snuck up on us. But nonetheless, they are going live tomorrow, so we'll see. I would say the Grand Slam to me feels like one of Tony Khan's biggest L's of his young owning career.
Biggest L.
I mean, there's going to be a
couple. Footage might be the biggest L.
The overall,
this might be second.
Yeah, maybe I mean, almost the whole Punk thing in its entirety might be the biggest L. But there's some debate for some other stuff. But Grand Slam's up there. Like the overall, the way it all snowballed, it just felt like an avalanche, and Tony couldn't get out of his own way. And I know the snow puns, but yeah.
Well, it just feels like it's the most WCW situation that they could have ran into. Of you have confusion over when your show's even airing, your weekly show. So you had that, like, imagine if WCW, I think they did have it plenty of times with Nitro. And then on top of that, you have something that's sold as a pay-per-view to where even your own social media team puts it out as it was supposed to be a pay-per-view, despite whatever Tony says. It was supposed to be a pay-per-view. And you couldn't sell it the venue, and rather than just eat it on the chin of we're expanding into Australia, it's the first time we've done this, so we're going to have to move to a different venue. Humble pie, and I know it's a very hard thing for anyone to eat. AEW really needs to take that on the chin and eat that a little bit.
No, 100%. I mean, I think ultimately, it's the old Icarus story, right? He flew too close to the sun. Like they did have a wonderful success at All in London, especially the first one. So again, it was that kind of, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna really go for it. And again, his wings weren't quite ready. And this one did not transpire. They were the way they were hoping at all.
Not at all, not at all. I'm getting a
LFG.
clip of. Yeah, I know you shared it, and I've seen it going around.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the full clip of.
You should.
The woman that's talking to Gunther, and I know the end result. I guess Gunther just tears her down, but yeah,
a little bit. Well, and again, it's funny because we've heard a lot of podcasters. We've talked about it. This whole idea that I'm just happy to be here, and all these fucking wrestlers that are just like, this was always my dream, and I'm so happy. And she kind of threw that at Gunther, and Gunther was like, no one cares.
Well,
like,
it is
shot
the
it
closest
down.
they've gotten to a Tough Enough since they stopped Tough Enough.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks good, man. It really does. And here comes Oba. Right. You're a world champion. The entrance is fucking amazing.
Oh, 100%. He's fantastic. I love how Nick always slow spells WCW like an old school wrestler. It's the Bret Hart. Sorry.
Right? No. It's okay. Someone out there, I need a fact checker. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they add a little more up to Oba's song there? They threw in a little more drum?
I think you're just feeling the vibes, my guy.
I might be feeling the vibes. I feel like they added a little more to it. Like giving them a little more of that bounce now. Like
and I'm gonna say this and throw this amongst the court, and y'all can let me know how y'all feel. Oba's a bit of that like Goldbergish character, but they've done enough that there's substance beneath it of he is just a dominant alpha motherfucker of he shows up, smashes people, but he's eaten a loss now, so he can take that a little bit.
Yeah, he's not,
not impervious.
Yeah, he's not impervious. He's not trying to protect something at all costs. I think he's more dynamic overall than Goldberg. Like Goldberg, we very much know he was a one-trick pony. And I think Oba brings a little more swag. I mean, aura-wise, you get the comparison, right? Like a guy that just walks in the room and owns it in that way because of that energy. Oba's got it. But I think overall, Oba's young. Obviously, and we're going to see more, but he's just more dynamic overall.
He is like the blue chip of blue chips. Like I beg the question. As he's cutting a promo,
A-Town down.
Oh, well, they brought the mood down. They brought the segment down. I was going to ask who would you say is more in your mind's eye, like if like blue chip, like if you had to draft your roster right now, are you taking Braun Breaker or are you taking Oba Femi? Because that's like splitting hairs. That's like, do I draft Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes type of shit? Do I draft LeBron or Jordan?
Yeah, I think a slight edge to Braun because I think he's gonna be, and we've seen it kind of. To me, Braun's a little more versatile. But they're neck and neck, man. You're fine. That's drafting, Crosby 1, OV 2. You'll be all right at 2.
I'll take Obi. I'll take Obi. I'll take Obi.
Like it's one of those drafts of like
that's super valid of you're not mad if you don't have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, you're like, we're good. You trade down for the 3rd.
You're almost like better in a better position if you have the number 2 pick versus the number 1 because the pressure's off.
Yeah, you got to take the guy that's there.
Right.
But Theory, Waller harassing the champion. Best way I can describe it. Bro, I would love to, but I'm pretty sure it would be, I don't know, man. I like I've thought about shit like this, and I'm like, one day I'm going to bump into this guy and it's going to be awkward. And he might not even know why.
I don't know. I feel like he might know. I feel like it'd be one of those of all of a sudden you suddenly can't buy a ticket for some reason. Right. Like for whatever reason, you keep getting an error code.
I get just escorted off on some random island. Like, have a nice life.
you're put out on the dinghy.
Right.
You're on the dinghy while everyone's on the cruise.
Have a later Gilligan stream from a coconut
Right.
bed.
A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
So Waller's pissed off that Waller, everybody talks about all the former champions, but nobody gives him respect because he never had the NXT title, even though he's better than all of them, kind of idea. Theory.
Yeah, but you never won it.
I love how Nick always slow spells WCW like an old school wrestler.
Yeah, what the hell? It's the Bret Hart. I always love that visual from Wrestling with Shadows, to where he's throwing the monitors and everything, and they cut to him WCW, and then he hot tour. He's the original hot tour. He getting lambasted, getting Vince right in the face.
Right. As a little bit of dissension here between Naytown Down, obviously both competing for this title on Saturday.
This is where you're going to get the split. This is, like I said, when you see like an Owens and a Sami Zayn both trying to beat so-and-so for the world title, this is where they both try and go for the pin at the same time. And then, what are you doing, bro? This is supposed to be my moment, bro. Right. Yeah, bro. I respect you, bro. And then they just start fighting.
Tony,
either one of these men own a t-shirt?
No. Wow, Waller said you saved my career after WrestleMania. I guess Theory petitioned to get him, like, join me.
Fair enough. Are they just, they're really doing right now the I respect you, bro? No, I respect you, bro.
We're going to hit him with some chairs. They're going to bury him.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's a testament, though, that you have to say that I'm going to do all of this just to try and beat you. Like, instead of, well, it's 2-on-1, so the odds are not in your favor, versus we've got to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, on this man to keep him down.
No, 100%. I mean, again, that's what you assume the strategy ends up being, but it still means two friends got to have a scrap. But look. They're pushing. Oba's laughing. Oba dying. Having a time, but Oba's about to get hit.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah, you can see it playing up. Of like, why are you lined up directly behind that?
Right. Are you not concerned that he's cocking back?
Yeah. Well, you never, you see two people fighting. Do you stand in line of the punches, or do you step to the side and watch as an observer?
Right. As wow, double elbows.
Oh,
shit! Up goes Oba.
Down.
You know what? That's the one way that finisher works, as a tag team finisher.
Absolutely.
That finisher is actually dope like that.
I mean, to be honest, both their finishers are kind of shit, but
I don't mind Austin's. I don't love it. But Waller's is horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Oh, yeah, but that's the only way it works.
So, smart move. Oba gets taken out, folks. Waller and Austin Theory on the same page, at least for now.
Well, again, if there's ever been more of a case of they who go over on the go home show shall lose at the pay-per-view, 100%. Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm getting a trick
Eddie again. Package. Oh, Eddie trick package, yes.
Yeah. I forgot this was going into Vengeance Day. Eddie's had the best character development already in 2025 in NXT.
He's, again, I think he's getting more of an understanding of who he is, and it's not so all over the place, right? I'm in touch with nature, and I'm representing my people, and I'm a really cool DJ. Like wait, what happened? So I think this has been much better, right? Like, when you have him up spitting tunes between commercials, it's not the best look for him. I don't think it was working well. But this is better.
Oh, absolutely. He's out there and he's the manipulator. He's the one that I sat there and I made it look like somebody took me out. So I instantly, backslid into a world title shot.
Right. Dang, I got all hyped for their split coming soon.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen.
Oh, tag match up next.
Hank and Tank.
Hank and Tank, folks.
Can we somehow sponsor a WWE tag team? Because I'd like to. They are the official tag team of the Wrestling for Life Network. Is Hank and Tank.
You gotta reach out to them. Would you like to be our spokesman?
Well, just even get them on for an interview or anything like them. We need them. We need Harley Cameron,
Harley.
and the puppet. I'll even take the puppet. Yeah.
Right.
Does she win at Australia versus Mercedes?
I wonder if she does. I wonder if because Mercedes is Mercedes, that she doesn't. She's already got 3 other titles.
Mm-hmm.
Because she takes a lot of heat for being, Monet Hogan. I could see maybe they do it. If I was him, I'd do it.
She's about to face Megan Bayne in House of Glory, which is going to be really interesting when Mercedes shows up in House of Glory. I think you're going to get the realest response that Mercedes has gotten if she shows up in House of Glory.
I'll be in. It'll be very interesting with the whole situation. Again, I think Harley's earned a lot of respect. I think a lot of praise from a lot of people. And again, hashtag we want Harley. Tag the channel. We will continue the drive to get Harley more TV time.
Right. Well, it seems to be working, but even then, if she could still win it and then turn around and lose it the next week, and people would still be happy.
To an extent. I mean, but it doesn't have to be something epic, like you said.
Well, yeah. Well, do you think that if she wins it, that she holds it for 3 months or something?
Maybe a couple months.
Ooh.
They don't wrestle very often.
Well, often or well, those are 2 different things. But yeah. Well, or for long. That what was it? The average match time for a women's match on AEW television has always been about 8 minutes. That's about all you get. That's about all you're ever going to get. Yeah. But I feel like the TBS title is now just the Mercedes Moné title of like Tony's just like, you can have this. You will forever be champion. Right. And you won't move up. You won't challenge for the world title, but you can have all of this.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's a lot there, right? So
Harley Cameron needs to win, says Chris. MDB, just remember, we were singing your praises first, Harley.
Right.
What the fuck, Jose? Hank and Tank's song should start with Farrell screaming, "We're gonna go streaking!" If Chase U was still a thing, Hank and Tank should have been like the frat bros.
They should have. There's an angle I would have paid attention to. They take over Chase U.
This is the Alpha Chi Omega angle.
Right. But Roxanne is on my screen right now, but 40 seconds away from the return of the show. You can have that Monet. The TBS title is still the Jade Cargill title, in my opinion. Will they just let Sasha have it until that record's gone?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I think that's just her title. That's yours. You own this now. Of no one will ever beat it for you. She's got the Hogan clause in her contract, I feel. If she will just be forever champion. She will stay here, but she will be forever champion, so she will be happy. She won't challenge for the world title, because let's be honest, if Mercedes was really about that life, she would have challenged for the world title by now, the women's world title, but she hasn't. So she's just staying in that little mid-card slot and will forever remain.
Yeah, I mean, I think I wonder if
He's
it's
the
something
troll you have to pass to get to the world title.
right. But part of me wondered if she wanted the other title, what would happen? Did she get both? Oh, we're going back to Javon's jaw.
Yeah, and when Ethan Pillmanized out of it. Now he's out here through the wire, through the limit, through the wire.
Oh, they got another fake X-ray. I like it. Reconstructive surgery. Look, they got a doctor, dude. They're going old school with this shit.
Man, with death upon me, oh my darling, I can't see.
They got a doctor, bro. I'm pumped.
Hey, but they've gone from calling it the medical facility to the hospital.
Right. AD and AZ with a really nice message. I'll be joining for Vengeance Day, but I won't participate in the Predictions Championship. I want someone else to win. Good luck, everyone. Not saying I was going to retain anyway. Well, you can participate, sir. Retention in this case is a good thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Versus some people that be fabricating, exaggerating. Is our prediction title more prestigious than the Heritage Cup?
It's close.
It's close. It's definitely more prestigious than the Speed title. I'll say that.
And at least 5 Ring of Honor titles right now. At least
the
5.
Ring of Honor brand right now. Well, our shit is at least closer to TV than their shit is.
Well, I got a question for you when we get to break. But Ava's talking to Javon. Javon has to sign a waiver, a liability waiver, because if he gets hurt, which you think would already be built into the contract he already has.
Yeah. I'm just not even a small town bird lawyer, but I think normally when you add clauses like that, they're in the contract already.
Right. Biggs and Friend
Crooks and Castles. That's a great hoodie.
All right. No quarter catch crew, folks. So the other kid's Riley Osborne, right? That's my
allegedly. Okay. He looks like the you know how in Pokemon you have Pikachu, you have Charmander, you have Charmander, Charizard, and or Charmeleon, whatever the fuck. Yeah, terrible at this analogy. But it's the evolved form of you have Riley Osborne, Kyle Fletcher, Randy Orton. They evolve on a scale like that.
Well, here comes Briggs and Yoshi.
The Snores of Anarchy.
The Snores of Anarchy. I think that one's going to stick.
Well, my guy, you have one guy that looks like he got the role and the other guy that cosplays at a strip club.
I think Javon is winning on Saturday. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I would put money on it.
Okay. I like it.
Babyface goes over. Yeah.
Okay. Ethan taking L's.
I don't know. How long do you think Ethan's down in NXT at this point? Or is he waiting until a certain northern compadre becomes available?
Well, then that's a game changer unto itself, right? If that is the case, then yeah, how close are we to that? But the tag match is off and running, folks. Triple threat match. How's the chat feeling about it? 56% going to Hank and Tank, 61 actually. 14 to No Quarter Catch Crew, and Briggs and Friend gets 23%. So nobody has any faith in the Quarter Pounder Crew, and the heavy favorites, Hank and Tank.
Riley Osborne is what Squirrel Girl, Brendan Reese, Osborne is Baby Orton. Oh, Miles Bourne, Riley Osborne. There we go. Fair. Oh, and it's not even Brinley Reese. It's Thea Hale, who's actually wrestling again on the house shows and everything. Shout out.
Yes.
Why is that guy dressed like Randy Norton?
He really does look like him from back here. It's insane.
That's what he looks like if you took Kyle Fletcher and just made him bigger. I'm telling you, it's Charmander is Kyle Fletcher, Charmeleon is Riley Osborne, and then Charizard is Randy Orton.
There you go.
I finally got my Pokemons right. My wife won't whoop my ass tonight.
Oh, we got a tag. Here comes Yoshi.
Sons of Apathy. That's a great name. Hang and tank for the honk honk.
Yoshi is just feeling it. Out here looking like a cloud.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Right? Briggs throwing drop kicks everywhere.
Jerome just shouting out Don Callis.
Jerome likes to come in and just say a name.
Chris, I remember it used to be quote unquote swag clothes we used to wear in high school. Fair enough. I don't know if I ever had swag.
No, maybe not. I got beard swag.
Is the beard the flex? Is it the long play?
Yeah, this is the long play. That's all I got.
John C. What
backdrop?
Right, big boot from Hank to Tank, or sorry, Tank to Hank.
Has anyone looked at this kid and said, "Hey, you might be looking like somebody we already got"?
Oh, 100%. He's got NXT developmentals like all over him. He's gonna be there for a while. I'll take Tavion 10 ways to Sunday over that kid.
Right. Sean John in South Pole. Oh my god. I used to have like the fake velvety fucking South Pole sweatsuit. I'd wear that shit to school.
I'll admit this, I had fake bathing ape shoes. I had fake babes.
222. I was talking about crooks and castles.
Either way, it was that was a solid hoodie. But as Axiom and Frazier watching over here.
Right. AJ was ragging his beard at night. Gotta keep it.
He don't have waves in it. He don't have waves in it.
Right. Tough question for KJ Nick. Who would you draft for Jacob or Braun or Oba? Jacob, yeah.
Jacob. I forget how young Jacob is. Like that. He's like the Usos are 7 years older than Jacob right now. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? And yeah, it really is crazy.
Jacob's younger than me, and he looks much more war-torn than I.
I find that's a bit of a Samoan thing. Is like they hit a certain, like they age fast, but then stop. Like we're just
you're setting me up for a lot of jokes, and I'm not going to take them.
I still wear Ed Hardy. There you go.
Oh,
I had Sean John and South Park.
Well, I shout out Scott he was out there saying it was the Outrunners and Hank and Tank. Yeah, I need a Hank and Tank versus Outrunners match.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up, though. I was really surprised. And it, like, we talk about the things that AEW is lacking. The Outrunners versus Grizzled Young Vets on Ring of Honor on Thursday. Why is this not something that's happening in your tag team division on your flagship show? Ever? Did people even know these guys are still in the company?
There's a whole myriad of questions with all of that. I don't even think Tony knows where to put talent at, or like what equates to here, or where should I move here to there. He doesn't know what roster to move, and he's just petrified to do anything, I feel.
100%. Bourne even got his arm inked like this. Spaz, $5. Thank you so much, Spaz. Looks like a creative character that people gave up on halfway through. Call him Blandy Borton.
Blandy Borton. That's his new name, is Blandy Borton.
Right? I think that's Tank on Fire.
I am in commercials, so you got the action.
And he just did the
reaction.
He's been using Randy's moveset.
But that's the thing, is Fletcher does it too. With the drape over the TDTs. Like Fletcher is not, especially once he shaved his head, he's gone instantly into the Randy Orton pool.
So, yeah, we are in commercial break some places in the world. Tavion in control of Tank right now. Samoan dudes looking 25 in high school. Used to play football. Yeah, right?
Short with a full mustache and everything.
That mustache
like,
in
I'm
grade
14.
5. That mustache in grade 5 is a killer. Gonna bounce. All right, take her easy. Take her easy. Have a safe night at work, sir. Do you shop at...
Did you shop at PacSun? Well, this is a testament to anyone out there. If you know what PacSun is, or Zoomies, or Hot Topic before it just became meme shirts, take some ibuprofen because your back probably hurts.
I know what Zoomies are. I've never heard of PacSun.
I have heard of PacSun. I didn't exactly shop there because, yeah, they were the off, like, lighter version than Zoomies.
We got a choke.
Zoomies, you always have the dude trying to sell you a skateboard.
We have West 49 would be kind of similar to that. Same idea, different name. I say Roxanne Perez is going into the chamber. I agree with Christopher. Roman feeling all the NXT vibes right now as we are back from the commercial break. Tank fighting out.
I still shop at PacSun. Is PacSun still a thing?
Listen, I still wear jorts.
I just live in fucking sweatpants and everything. I look like a home. I look like Eddie Kingston 24/7.
Dude, for the longest time, I wouldn't leave the house dead in anything but jeans or dress pants for bulk of my life. And then you hit an age and you're just like, these sweats are awesome.
Bro, I don't give a we're long enough in the video. I don't give a flying fuck. Like, I walk out in sweatpants and a hoodie. That is my routine fit.
No, well, I'd be happy if I could wear shorts and a hoodie forever. That combo works so well in this country.
Surprisingly.
Soon come till later. Sweet.
Oh, we're getting about the lore of PacSun now. We'll have to break this down in the members only. Yeah.
Hank in the ring. Look again. Another power slam.
Vintage Orton snap suplex.
Right, twice. Oh.
Tavion Height he's the guy out of all 6 competitors in this match. He's the one that I'm like, I'm going to see him on the main roster, at least mid-card title someday. This man's got bungees. He has that super athleticism. Like, him going to Noah is where he really kind of found him.
It really went well for him in a big way, Nick. You're not wrong. He came back more confident. Like, I really think that was a big part of him going to Noah. And here he is. And this match is great, by the way, folks. Triple threat. And we got Tavion Heights and Hank throwing bombs right now.
Right? That's not Seth Rogen. Don't adjust your television screens.
It's so funny.
Well, Tavion reminds me of a guy like a Leon Slater, Kevin Knight, of those guys that I think going forward within the next 5 years are going to be some of your top guys in companies.
Yeah. Boston, that's hilarious. Likewise. When's the next time the prediction? Saturday. I think Dale chimed in as well. So yeah, Saturday. Choke slam. Oh, what is that?
What the fuck was that?
Tavion with the save.
It looked like Hank. Whoa, Tank just came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love.
Can we run that back? Where's Anthony? I need Anthony to do a clip of the clip of him flying through the air and you singing.
I'll dub it with the fucking song track because just goddamn, I was about to talk about the move that it looked like Hank didn't hit a Hurricane Rana and just ate a power bomb, and then Tank just two. Ricky Starks coming Saturday.
Could Ricky Starks be the name, like the vengeance, the twitches, the revolution will be televised?
They've already, with the little silhouettes that they've popped
that's
out
right.
of,
The 4. I forgot about that.
Well, shout out Polo Ryan. I don't know if he's in the chat right now or whatever, but he kind of broke that down real quick. I'd have to look through the names, but they kind of very quickly discovered who it was, and it's going to be a lot of the people on Evolve.
Yes. And the guy, we always forget his name too, but apparently he's part of it.
Dion Coleman.
Dion
Lennox. Right.
I see. Why did I agree with you? I had it right the first time. Oh, nobody home. No way you're gonna win. Yoshi,
why is he shaking the biggest splash?
Dude, do you remember the Nintendo, like the OG, like pro wrestling Nintendo game? Like that's what that finish was. The splash.
That's what he did the whole time. He had to power up. He was playing a Mario Party mini game to be able to hit that splash.
So Briggs and Yoshi get the win.
Yoshi.
So Briggs and Yoshi's
Island right now. You know that Axiom and Fraser are winning this match now, because they ain't losing to these two. They ain't losing to the Snores of Anarchy.
No, I don't think so.
I sure hope not.
Right.
Yoshiki got the pin, disappointingly. Yeah, so Vengeance Day is going to be Yoshi Fatsu and Josh Briggs versus Axiom and Fraser.
My new favorite wrestler, Yoshi.
What are you, fucking Mario?
Yep. I'm taking it. That splash was amazing. He bounced.
It was the corniest shit ever. He had to sit there and power it up.
Oh my! It was.
This man shook the ring, hyping up for a splash. I've never seen that before. He hit perfect form. He hit it like an RVD frog splash.
That
arched everything that he had ever arched before.
9.8 from the French judge, Nick. Holy shit!
Christ.
Bruce dressed like Test in 2000.
This is a Test. Test was a badass, actually. I was a fan of Test.
Yeah.
I like this song, even though I could never sing it.
His name is Yoshiki. It will always be Yoshi to me. You know how we do.
He said it. I just followed suit.
Yoshi, let's go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are back tomorrow. We're back all week long, and we're about 2.5 minutes away from the commercial break coming to a conclusion. But make sure you like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. We were looking to hit another milestone. We'll see where we're at with it. But 99 likes on tonight's video. So if you haven't hit like yet, get us over that triple-digit hump and be a friend, tell a friend. We appreciate all of that, sir. I shall return.
There you go. I got 99 likes, but I just need one. But yes, KJ taking a pause for the cause. I'm in commercial break. I don't get the exclusive NXT footage with Netflix. But brother Fluff Salisbury, Brig and Fatsu, aka the Lawnmowers. Oh, not bad. It was a good match, but I don't know if I'm just a Laps fan somehow, some way, which would be impossible, I feel, or improbable. But why do I care right now about Briggs and Yoshi? Oh Christ, I'm gonna just keep calling him Yoshi. But they're there to take an L. They won this match so they can take an L to the tag champs. Because everybody else, it's a bit closer. I don't know. What am I missing to get behind them? But mega 100 likes, 100 yikes. What? I like test ring gear. Yoshi always gets on my nerves in Mario. So here, side note question. You can let me know, as we've got 94 people. Let's see if we can get another 6 people in here and reach triple digits. But 101 likes. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get 101 people watching with us. But who's your go-to character, whether it be Mario Kart, Mario Party? Who's your go-to? And y'all can have multiple answers, what have you. Well, who's your go-to? I'm curious now. MDB talked about answers made. I'm gonna move on from that. Y'all do what you need to do. Spaz, thank you for the $2 super chat. James Live Mania entrance music by the Yidos. Oh ho. Yeah, it's Yido Mania running wild. And that's the first official announced match for WrestleMania 41 is Gunther versus Jey Uso. Luigi, Toad, Metal Mario. There we go. We had a knee pad light show and everything. What are we saying about Boston asking MDB who was at a knee pad convention in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Yeah, as I've got the family, I've got even Izzy Dame out here fitting the color scheme. Why are we all black and burgundy? When did that become the colorway? Now, questioning minds need to know. You have Stacks out here in a snakeskin suit or a snakeskin shirt. Is that because he's the snake in the grass? Could it be? Could it be? Tony hits him with the forget about it. There's no tension here. Forget about it. Boy. So we're passing over things with the family so far. I think by the time we get through tonight, it might be a different story. But I've got JDC coming out right now. Hey, and he's not coming out to the so that's interesting. And they hype up TNA Impact. So they went from having him come out last week with the Dirty Dango music to now we're going back to, his full NXT gimmick. What are they trying to pitch me in? Oh, they're trying to sell WWE's YouTube. So no, tell with them, with their YouTube. Subscribe to us. We got you covered on all the WWE action and the AEW and NWA, GCW, XPW, BGW, Wrestler Revolver, TNA, all the goddamn House of Glory, all the wrestling promotions out there. Yeah, Lexus King coming out right now. Luigi, Toad, got all those. Izzy Dan, Burgundy. Ron Burgundy? Bowser, Donkey Kong, says Jose. Ab Sav? What is that even? Who the is that? Anthony is hyped because they're bringing up the system. Could this be the first title that crosses over from NXT to TNA? And then this is the pathway. You get a Moose versus an Oba Femi. You get an Alicia Edwards versus a mop. That's about her caliber of wrestling, but I digress. Yeah. You get Myers and Edwards versus Fraxium. That's not a bad tag match at all. At all. The system music. Yes, yes, yes. Dirty Dango. Shock the system. Different system. Got King for the win. Yes, folks. Let me know who you're taking, whether you're taking JDC, Dirty Dango, Fandango, or you're taking Lexus King, Brian Pillman Jr., or the Heritage Cup. And as this under Heritage Cup rules of they've got the rounds and submissions and all of that. I don't know if this is that or if it's just a straight up match. We need 2 subscribers for our next milestone. Be a friend, tell a friend. There you go. I believe we're tiptoeing by the window on 6.4. Let's see if we can go past 6.4, 6.5. Let's get all the way to 7K. Why? If there was ever a way, do you guys think WCW would or could ever make a comeback? No, not at this point. It would have to be a separate brand and all identity. Like, that's the thing, is WWE, and now especially TKO, owns all of that name, image, and likeness. So it would be super interesting if they ever did it. I got super interested. That's part of what still to this day I look back fondly a little bit with the invasion angle, because you got the melding of WCW and WWE, and I like both growing up. But now you've got NXTs, you've got the TNAs now even getting involved. They've got Evolve, they've got LFG. WCW would never come back as an actual prominent brand. It would come back as their, like, if they didn't choose Evolve for their name, they could have done WCW. It would have been that equivalent, I feel. And then it doesn't even like the system. Fair enough. As Lexus right now in control, but Mega with a $7 super chat. Don't forget that 4 Nations tournament is on tomorrow night. Go Canada, go. And FTW, Sidney Crosby will join the team. Well, there you go. We'll see. I don't know if I exactly have a dog in the race. I don't have a country in the race. But I don't know about a dog. As Dango with a splash all over the top on a Lexus. They're going to start giving TNA more wins. But so the crossover, I mean, think about it. It's not like you got the only real quote-unquote NXT win you had over TNA talent was when, you know, they were putting their tag titles, the NXT tag titles, on the line on TNA. So, to me, it's a bit come see, come saw. I wonder if you might still get, like, could we see AJ Styles, now he's back, have a bit of a run in TNA? I know he turned down the Hall of Fame last year and everything because he's still an active wrestler. Could it be a place to where, AJ, we don't have a ton for you right now, main roster wise, what have you? You'd be mid-card division at best, per se. What if you go over to TNA and you can run it back for one period, and you say, get AJ Styles versus Joe Hendry for the TNA title? Be an interesting shout, I feel, a little bit. Because I wonder how much we're towards the back nine when it comes to AJ. Yeah, no, as far as, thank you, Willie, but as much as I think the TNA, NXT, WWE relationship, they've traded everything pretty fairly, I feel, so far. AJ versus Moose, could happen. Fandango had a great performance against Jericho at WrestleMania 29. Yeah, and that arguably might have been Jericho's last good performance. I digress. Michael, what up? Hey, friends. Shout out, and shout out to anybody new that's in the chat, or anybody new that's watching that is still a little too shy, or too high to say hi. Christopher Gogs, yes, Paul, yes, boys. MDB America. Yeah, America is in it, but I don't know. I'm burnt out from football. I was having to do officiating duty during the big game. Pause. So I don't know. We'll see. Taking the Prodigy. Nick, do you think we get Kora versus Masha on an NXT show or TNA show? 100% on a TNA show. Honestly, this is when I need an Anthony here, if you can hear my voice, Anthony, what is the next upcoming TNA pay-per-view? I feel we'll probably get Kora Jade versus Monster Slamovich on it. But yeah. As I'm still in pictures, Lexus with a backbreaker onto Dango. I know he's RDC, FTC, FCC, all that, but I'm gonna keep calling him Dango. If it's all I can remember. See, money, I love this. I'm too high to be shy. Likewise, my guy. Likewise. Jose, Nick is too high to say Saturdays. See, your comment came true. I am too on the vitamins to say shy. To say or to stay shy. Both. I see no future for Alexis. I don't see a future for Lexus King. I see a future for Brian Pillman Jr. And I know he wants to halfway walk away from that because as much as we know his dad, and as much as we know who his dad is and all of that, he's been very vocal of he doesn't have that same connection. We all do. But at the same time, this Lexus King character is not working. I don't know whether it's heel, babyface, the facial hair is a running gag, I feel, at this point. So he feels a guy ever destined for NXT with what he's got going now, as he's got a single leg on Dango, single leg crab. Dyslexic King. No, that might be me. I want to see Adam Cole with some gold that I hope it happens tomorrow. Oh, the trios titles. They finally realized they had them in the trunk. Hi.
Yeah, like, does it really, like, I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, Damien, but does it really matter if Adam Cole is a trios champion?
Does it feels a little bit more like, here, you hold this because I'm sick of carrying this.
Right. And maybe that's because like Pac's been so in and out. Maybe that's part of the story here. But I don't see any value to taking belts away from they're meaningless belts. Just at least they all look cool when they do a photo op.
Yeah, where they have the world title in a briefcase and they don't have the trios titles.
Right.
It's just them in a photo op with a briefcase. And as we're going through with this match, I don't know who you have with this. Well, you said earlier that you could see Dango winning it, but are you staying with that?
I think Dango winning it just to mix things up. And Lexus has been so up and down. I heard you talking about Lexus while I was a ways.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give up on Lexus King now.
I'm not giving up on the talent. I'm giving up on the name and the character.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll change that name. Then maybe they should. Maybe that's where they should have started with all of this, but we'll see. I mean, again, it's early. Like, I hated Tiffany Stratton. Look where she is now.
Bro, he's Tiger King. He's fucking riffraff. Like, yeah. No. Like, the facial hair is a meme.
Yeah. Two. Nice. I do think the overall image hurt him coming in. I don't think many of us take him seriously.
But he's had up and downs. Like, he's gotten moments to where he's been kind of there, and then he withers away, and then it's slowly sloped down.
Oh. So according to YouTube, we're at 6.4K subscribers, and I do believe that Keith might be a newer name or a name I haven't seen in a minute. What's up? How you doing? Dango Unchained?
Dango.
No, JDC still battling. It's been an actually pretty solid match here between JDC and Lexus.
Right.
He's
still always Dango in your mind.
Oh, Lex is hitting the ropes. He looks like he wants to be Jericho. That's hilarious. He wants to be current day Jericho is the problem.
No, I think he's a lot closer to current day Jericho, but he wants to be like Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Lex is king with the pin.
Now, are you surprised though? Not under Heritage Cup rules, no rounds, no none of that.
Oh,
Oh, just a
straight
straight
up.
up match.
Yeah. Semi-flat finish. A little underhanded by King, but yeah, I mean it was a solid match.
It was a semi-charm kind of life.
Do you eventually see Enzo and Big Bill? This is something I'm surprised Tony hasn't done.
Well, he just had to fire so and so. So I don't know if you want to welcome potential controversy in.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. But imagine his song hits and you hear "Dango." Oh wait, we got a fight in the back or an argument.
A fatal farm? Are you serious? Yeah, no, I saw in the Jericho Cruise too. We had the reuniting of Enzo and Big Bill, but then you just make the learning tree look even stupider than it is.
I think if you ever had, like, I mean, maybe Enzo's the perfect guy to come in and save Big Bill from Jericho, but Kora.
No, nothing. I was just saying that I can't wait to have you in the match.
Right? No,
still like head, shoulders, knees, and toes above everybody in this. Like just height wise, literally height wise.
Ava's huge.
Huge.
Oh, but here comes Nikita Lyons.
La Femme La Fico.
Interesting theme song. I think she does her own.
Oh.
Okay. She's shaking them things. All right, Nikita Lyons is here for a match.
So you mean we can't blame Def Rebel for her theme song?
I don't know. I think maybe, but she might have had a hand in it.
Fair enough. Well, I go to commercials, so they saved us from that.
Right.
And
I don't even know
who she is. Nikita Lyons, one of those that has had the weirdest tenure in WWE. She came in, was supposed to be the next big thing, and then got hurt, and then was going to be the next big NXT thing, and then got hurt, and then was trying to come back to that and got hurt. And now she's just amongst the fold.
Yeah, I mean, I think the injuries really hindered her progress. And I think we saw people come in, like originally when she got there, Julia wasn't there, Steph wasn't there, Zarya, Soul. And I think names like Soul, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, like there's a handful of names that passed her by. And I do think her time off was a big part of it. I mean, it feels like the better part of a year and a half, she's wrestled twice. Like it's crazy. So again, is there upside to her? Can she find a groove? How would this heel vibe work for her? We'll see. I mean, she's got mass appeal if she can find the rest of the tools.
You added an unneeded M, but yes, when it comes to her appeal, but it was very much like she not only got passed by like people that were in her class, like Zoe Starks, Roxanne, Kora Jade, etc. Now she's gotten passed by people that just got added. Of like you said, a Sol Ruka, a Julia, a Stephanie Vacor, a Zarya have now all leapfrogged her. So she started here at the top of the pack and has fallen back to the middle.
Yeah, and I think it like naturally she has to, and it's not necessarily anything she did wrong. I mean, when you're out, you're out. You can't progress, you can't learn, you can't get better. You hope her time away would allow her to grow in the aspects that she could, like promos or that kind of idea. Now we wonder, will her move set change, maybe to protect her knees a little more? Insert joke. But at the end of the day, I think we'll see. And I mean, yeah, it's going to be the natural way of her sitting out as much as she has.
Yes, but I mean, her assets have grown to an extent, but also like every time she's come back, it's been the same move set. It has been rinse, repeat. Like, I don't know if she
Yeah,
knows how to grow or evolve from that. And she might have just
but
peaked
that's
when
I
she
don't
got
think
brought in.
yeah, I don't think anybody knows because really she like I mean, what would how can she really evolve? She doesn't even know if her old shit worked. She barely got a chance. So I mean, that's the pickle. Like
Fair.
that's we don't know. But what's up, 420 Daydreamer? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Zarya for the win. Nikita would be better as a valet instead of a wrestler. Just have her wrestle when needed to continue the feud. Maybe we'll see. I mean, maybe it's just not her thing ultimately.
Well, and you said it, and it's been the longest thing of you've seen it at times, even with sports, of somebody's supposed to be like a top talent. They come in rookie season, get hurt, come back, like freshman season, get hurt, next year, second year, third year in the game, get hurt again.
Yeah.
Like to where you don't see enough of them actually
Yeah.
do like in the game to judge where they're really at because they keep getting hurt.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, I do see, as we are on commercial break right now, folks, I do see John kind of being a little bit critical of the relationship between TNA and WWE. I don't get it twisted, John. I mean, this has been very good for both companies in a lot of ways. I know people have been trying to find reasons with it and issues with it, but ultimately, like Kora's going over to Impact, Tatum was over there, Ariana. The list goes on. Joe Hendry gets to be in the Rumble. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's upset about how this is working out, and I don't think they're a group of people being tricked, and the fans are the only ones smart enough to see it.
Yeah, no, as hot Jada, as Ashante back there, but I'm gonna go catch my breath because Jada's on my screen, but I'll be right back.
There you go. As we got a bit of a huddle happening in the back here, JC Fallon, Jasmine, McClawny has issues. Adonis in the middle of all the ladies. If you're out, you're out. Back. As we're getting Zarya, ladies and gentlemen, get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? I don't mind her entrance at all. Music's not bad. Okay, not terrible. I don't dislike this. Sol Ruka coming out with her. Sol Ruka's got a bright future. NXT tag team belts were defended on TNA about a month ago. Facts. Braxium went over there. Very good point, OG Dale. That was Eric Lindros, kept getting hurt. I mean, again, we've talked about, I mean, one of the GOATs of all time, right? Bobby Orr. We all wonder what he would have done in his career if he didn't blow out his knees. Eric Lindros, we've seen other players, concussions, football players, baseball players, blowing out their elbows with pitchers. It happens. I mean, some people, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter level of fitness, it doesn't matter level of prep. There's just certain people that are more prone to it, and sometimes it's cause for a rethinking of direction. Delta Z for the win. So Zarya, 70% of the chat taking Zarya. Nikita gets a 21-7 going to nobody. So Zarya, heavy favorite, starting off with power. Now keep in mind, Zarya, I mean, Nikita's the bigger woman, maybe not the more muscular woman, but I mean, Nikita's a big lady. Shantae, yeah, apparently. Casey Jane is pretty with bangs. Well, that's very sweet of you, Chris. Got Zarya for the win. Honestly, you were just not paying attention. The NXT tag titles have been defended twice. We were on stream for one of the defenses. No, enough said. NXT tag team titles were defended last week. I agree. I mean, again, I'm trying to find issues with this relationship between TNA. Like, you got to, and also remember, it's a different scale. When someone says, well, the TNA title came this way, but the NXT title or the Raw title or the IC title didn't go the other way, there's an inherent value with stuff. Like the idea that Joe Hendry got that moment in the Royal Rumble, that's worth something. So You have to keep that in mind, that the benefits go both ways. And it might not always be on a tit for tat basis, but it's gone in both directions, and it's been good. And it's not like Tatum went over and won the TNA title, right? Like, she went over and lost. Zarya for the win. I want to see Sol Ruka versus Zoe Starks in 2 years. Interesting, brother. Welcome back. As Nikita is executing the split camel clutch style. And I do not hate this match at all. This match ends in DQ. Interesting. Sol Ruka about to take over the game. Sol Ruka has come on in her NXT career by storm. Like, just, yeah, athletic, strong, great looking talent. She's got a lot. As Nikita going in the corner. Oh, missed. Big spear by Zarya. F5. Wow, she chucked Nikita like nothing. And Nikita Lyons gets steamrolled by Zarya. Love it. The benefits are not going to look how you want them to look all the time. Yeah, exactly. And again, it's not exactly minute by minute, week to week. That's the other funny part, right? Like, the deal hasn't ended, so we can't really evaluate, oh, well, Fandango came over, but you would argue that Fandango's not a top guy. But yeah, I mean, let's be real. But at the end of the day, I don't think TNA has any issue. They're not getting a hosed. I think a lot of the fans out there, so I got Ethan Page on my screen. A lot of fans out there really act like TNA is getting duped, and they're the only ones smart enough to know it. Like, everybody in TNA is just a complete moron. They're getting fleeced, and nobody's paying attention. There's a benefit to this, and it goes in all directions. Match of the night, period. Let's go. I think Tyler Bate returns in the storyline between Penta and Kaiser. Pete leads to a tag team match, my prediction. Okay. I partly wondered, did Tyler go back to NXT? I don't know how you feel about that. Love this. Let's go. So we're breaking down Ethan and Javon. Lions with the Steiner recliner. Slightly different. Adding a little split twist to it. Camo clutch. That's the perfect name for that particular move. Pretty much a squash match, yes. So, welcome back, rookie. All right, that wasn't bad at all. That was quick to the point. Again, Zarya's brought in as a big name. They're going after Lash and Jackson coming up. So you want him to look good. You want her to look good. Nikita just getting back into the swing of things. Not buried, taking an L. She's lower on the totem pole. Right? Think about it, guys. Think of how many L's we've watched Ethan Page take. Remember, he came in, took the company by storm, but then took a series of L's. It didn't bury him. He'll be fine. Again, if you know what you're doing, that loss, we'll never remember that loss. Maybe Nikita has backstage problems even with the injuries. Maybe she's problematic. I mean, I don't know what else it could be. I truly, Chris, just think it comes down to injuries. The injuries and the time away. She's unable to work on her craft. She's unable to get in shape or stay in shape or be in better shape. Reps are super important. So, yeah, I just think you got to give it time. Do fans act like TNA is getting fleeced because they saw AEW fleeced? Good question. Saying the promotion between both shows haven't been fine for me. I don't know. What more you want? There you go. Good question. Ethan's such a good heel. He's so good. Direct to the point, very serious promo. You believe what he's saying. Just sitting in the chair. Do you have any idea what's going to happen to you? I should have clicked that one. See money. Thank you. That one's pretty close too. Yeah, everyone's gonna say it now. Thank you. Son of a bitch. You guys suck. AEW was fleecing TNA for if anything. I think they fleeced a couple people, and I think TNA, the deal with TNA wasn't great for TNA. People like Scott Demore have talked about it. It served its purpose, but it wasn't nearly even. So it's very interesting to see how people are overall critical of TNA working with WWE. And like, what more do you want? How much more could happen? Like I just said, it's gone both ways, and there's so much evidence that this is beneficial for both companies. TNA getting tons of notoriety. TNA now being featured on Canadian television every Thursday. Their libraries being featured on Canadian television. And now you see them having live shows. You see them booking bigger venues. What are people going to say if this relationship helps get TNA neck and neck? And arguably they're there with sales, interest, TV deals, streaming deals. What if that's the new Wednesday Night War is actually TNA and AEW? What's your prediction between Tony D and Ridge? I'm going Ridge. Something's up with Izzy. What's up, Bash? How you doing? Ethan is crashing out, right? He's just having an emotional break. Does Ethan have more heat than MJF at this moment, like as a heel? I would say right now, Ethan is a better heel than MJF. Overall, his presentation is better. What he's doing is better. And a big part of it is he's going up against baby faces that we're interested in. Him doing what he did to Javon, we now want to see a match between these two. The older, more seasoned, better resume, veteran Ethan, just trying to keep the young man down. And that's what it feels like. And Javon's got to find a way to be the underdog and find a win. That's compelling. That's what makes Ethan a good heel. So it goes hand in hand. I think Ethan right now is strong. I mean, it's so hard to compare, but right now MJF is a bit of, it's like he doesn't have a roadmap. He doesn't know where he's going with anything. It's the easy pops, the low hanging fruit. So yeah, I don't know. Why would Tyler Bate go back to NXT? He belongs in the main roster. Main roster is pretty full. That's my concern. I like Tyler Bate, but IC title, US title ish. So Trick Williams is accepting the strap match challenge from Eddie Thorpe. So a strap match between Trick Williams, Eddie Thorpe added to Vengeance Day. Speaking of vengeance.
You mean to tell me you think right now Ethan Page is a better heel than MJF?
Yes.
In what way?
He's more interesting. He gets actual heat. He's in stuff that matters. Yeah, I think all around. I think right now Ethan Page has MJF beat in almost every aspect of wrestling, including in ring right now, because Ethan's getting in there and banging, and MJF ain't doing shit.
I'm trying to remember the last MJF match.
That's a point.
Well, yeah, I'm a Scarf Care member, but I gotta stand with my guard here. But yeah, because we saw MJF show up on Dynamite to almost no reaction.
Yeah.
And that's what would you do?
Yo, Ricky Starks! Ricky Starks is in NXT! The revolution will be televised.
Ricky Starks not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. Ricky Starks is here.
Ricky Starks. The crowd goes wild.
We said this though. They had this man on speed dial. The second year around,
He's sitting in the parking lot. Give him the call. Come on.
He's been just waiting. Him and Wardlow on like Squad Patrol.
First chance.
You need an absolute superstar.
Let's go. Ricky Starks is here.
And for everybody that's questioning the NXT men's roster,
right?
It just went about tenfold higher here.
Well, another name in the mix that's solid. This is so good. I'm so happy for this guy. And that sounds crazy, Nick.
No, it's amazing, and it was so out the blue and everything. Like, I'm out here still with a scarf on and everything because I was defending his former coworker,
ironically, MJF scarf when Ricky Starks walks out.
I know, how fitting.
This is good. Ricky Starks in the building, folks. Let's go. The revolution will be televised.
Yeah. People asking, when will the revolution be televised? I'm here, ain't I? Yo. And again, even Vic Joseph, we do know who that is. And like you said, he comes into an NXT because the dirt sheets, the hardcores know who he is, but the casuals do not.
Yeah. No, I got no problem with him being in NXT at all. Again, it's just seasoning for him. And you have to learn how to do TV properly. Like, people forget that aspect. Like, they'll say, well, so-and-so is a really good wrestler. Yeah, but do they know where the cameras are? Do they know when their point is? Do they know?
Got amazed because they saw other people on the other side against the hard cam.
You got to remember, this is a company where your entrance is timed, right? Like, you got to know when to hit your marks. You got to know when to be down the aisle. You got to know when you're on the apron. Like, that is why a guy like Ricky Starks makes a pit stop. Now, Ricky being the star that you and I think he is, no problem. He won't be there for long. But this makes so much sense. And again, this to me is such a huge deal. I'm legitimately just happy the guy gets to go back to work. This is the best part of this story.
100% gets to go back to work and on TV. And I'm shocked. I am beside myself right now with this, of literally off the cuff, just out of nowhere. And we thought this might be a thing you do on Vengeance Day. But no, literally yesterday, when we were talking about it on Raw, is when it was him, Miro got released. We're no longer on the AEW roster page. Malachi Black, a free agent. And the next day, this man shows up on NXT on WWE television. But hey, Tony, like, this is, do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you time it or not? This is stones, marbles.
Mm-hmm. And I did see fans out there over the last 24 hours doing their best to try and temper the feeling about what's happening right now. And they were trying to poke holes. Ricky Starks was hard to work with, and he was difficult, and he upset Edge, and Miro didn't want to do a job, and Malachi didn't want to do a job. Listen, if you can't realize that Ricky Starks is a talent that you could have used for years, that just joined your competitor, and that's not great, then that's on you. All the power to you. But at the end of the day, Ricky Starks was underutilized. And I don't care if he pissed Edge off. Tough titty. Grow a pair of balls. And if that's the type of, if your business decisions can go on all these hurt feelings and all these bad egos, the company's always going to be what it is today.
Well, and honestly, Cope, if you got mad over him, I guess, bettering you or big dogging you in a promo, as you're a Hall of Famer and a legend and an icon, check your ego at the door, my guy. And I want the smash cut of right now of Tony Khan, I almost said Tony Starks, Tony Khan saying, I love Ricky Starks. I just like to be able to use him and find a way and everything like that. Cut to, he's showing up in NXT saying, you want to know when the revolution will be televised? Well, I'm here, ain't I? That is that the closest you can get to Scott Hall showing up at the barricade?
That vibe.
Like, it is in that realm.
It's got that vibe. I mean, maybe not to the magnitude, but I definitely see where you're going with it. But like, I liked how it was done. Like, mid-show, no call out, no music. which I know some people mentioned his music. I loved his entrance. The music was perfect. The way the horns came in and shit, like it was on point. It suited his character so well. But the fact that on my TV in 2025 for the first time I got to see this, and that's going to get over. Ricky's going to get over. You got Ethan Page we were just talking about. There's other potential names out there that might be on their way in. The men's roster needed a fair uptick. They've been collected on the other side of the roster for quite a while. This is a nice pickup.
Oh, this is beyond a nice pickup. Like even doing all, like that's the thing is I don't think everyone fully grasps how much NXT probably just broke wrestling internet right now.
Right.
Of Twitter is crashing out. Tony Khan, Andre Chase.
Oh, people are losing their mind.
I don't care about you, Andre, right now. Who the fuck
Who
is
the
Kale
Dixon?
That sounds like a name that we were talking about before of Kale Dixon.
Kale Dixon is this man's name.
A vegan from the South. Uriah Connors.
Uriah Connors.
But no, regardless of this, we'll catch up on this. Ricky Starks is here. And that is going to be the top trending thing on Twitter, on social media, you're going to have every AW diehard tribalist fan right now crash the fuck out and everything. On day one, they had this man ready on tap.
Yeah. Kale Dixon sounds like
I said, he's a vegan Southerner.
Right. It's ridiculous. But dude, it's gonna be an interesting week. Because imagine come SmackDown, you get Malachi Black on Friday. Like places are gonna explode. Like, I mean, again, it's W's, it's good news. It's as much as there will be Detroit. Oh, no big deal. It was no big deal when Cody left. Cody sucked. Cody had a bad attitude. It's no big deal when fucking Punk left. It was all his fault. It's no big deal when Penta left. There's no big deal when Jade's gone. How many times are you going to be able to say, no big deal? What are you waiting for Kenny to jump ship?
Well, absolutely. Well, and think about it right now. AEW Dynamite is taping right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Is taping. That's why we had the confusion of if it's on Tuesday or Wednesday. It's taping right now. So they're taping head to head as Ricky Starks just showed up and they're showing a replay of it. Like, how are you going to address this come Wednesday? You're about to go in a Grand Slam, which has already been marred in controversy.
Right.
And now your top guy that has been publicly on the shelf has publicly wanted to be there.
Sorry, I was just catching the replay. But yeah, no, I mean.
And it just came out of the blue. Like literally, I came back from the pause. I was out there trying to pitch and sit there and say how MGF's so great and all of that. And how do you fix MGF? And then Ricky Starks just comes sauntering out and just blows the roof off of everything.
Mid convo, just hear you like without warning. But I didn't even get the pull up for the match.
That's fine. We got a cage match. We got Ridge. What about my hands? Look at my hands.
Listen to his music.
I honestly,
is that Kenny Loggins? What the fuck?
Well, I don't know. Most of this point of like, I don't know if it's because I keep it a little bit down, so because of doing what we do, but like all of their music just at this point sounds like white noise.
A lot of it does, yeah. I think one of the things that like they've lost that. Like even Bret the Hitman Hart had that opening note, that opening string, that opening strum. You knew right away.
Yeah.
Bret, right? Like, Michaels had the moan. You knew right away. Triple H, even before he was like, when he first went solo, you knew right away. Like the minute that voice hit, I know who that is. DX, doom, doom.
The opening sting, like sting and not the wrestler, but that sting in the music sense of like that big sharp thing that you instantly is recognizable.
Yeah, we kind of lost a lot of that in this, but Tony D coming out. I like Tony D's entrance. I like the more serious Tony D. He seems to be having issues with the family. Whether or not it's worked out, we don't know. But folks, we are live. We are almost at the main event. We are the go home show for vengeance. We're here all week long, folks. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We just hit 6.4K. We're heading towards 7K super fast. But make sure you're here all week long for all the action, all the fun, and let us know who you're taking to this match.
Yeah, and you never know who might be showing up at this point because, again, the revolution will be televised.
Dude, I popped. We waited so
I'm still
long.
shook. I'm respectfully, I'm still shook.
Right? Like, again, to me, this is a big deal. I think that Ricky Starks is a future star. Ricky Star, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a guy. I think the most impressive thing for me with all of this story, no matter what side you're on, it should be very apparent to a lot of the people how these wrestlers feel instantly important that have come in. They all seem to matter. And if you're at home feeling like you really don't matter, this is the company that will make you feel big again. Pause.
It's the embiggening. But it's even still to an extent, is it a statement as to how big wrestling is that, like, you, like, 5-10 years ago, Ricky Starks is a guy you and I know, probably the chat knows, your casual at home audience doesn't know, and doesn't, like, the NXT crowd doesn't even know, and they don't know. This is just some guy that showed up here, but they reacted to it so much and everything of that. It is that still, you can downplay AEW, but these talents are still known, and that's why it's such a big issue of, all right, you're not going to use them? Well, we'll fucking make stars out of them. Yeah. We'll show you how you should have booked them.
As we get the introductions, folks, and the official NXT Twitter X account, they just put out basically a GIF of this from just now and just the mind blow emojis, and they put it out to the world.
You've been struck by a rich criminal. A Ricky criminal.
It's crazy. That's all you can see on
I told you that's gonna break Twitter
everywhere. That will be trending. It's funny. It's like wrestling, random boob. What the hell? Fucking Twitter.
Elon out there, just no limits.
Oh, he don't give a shit.
Yeah, but Ridge and Tony D going at it in the cage. You took Rage. I'm taking Rage. I'm going against my Paisan. Yeah. I don't trust Izzy Dame.
I don't either. It was too fishy.
Yeah, she might be swimming with the fishes. Or maybe smells like fishes. I don't know.
Ridge for the win. Ricky Starks is a junior rock. Yes, he is. Yes.
Yeah, that pissed Edge off. That pissed Cope off.
Right. No, you know what? It's funny because when you watch that clip back of Ricky and Edge, you can tell, like, that, especially at the very end of the clip when he makes the comment about, oh, that really threw me over the edge. And he was just like, come on, dude. Like, Edge was so mad. Like, literally gave him the come on, dude. Yeah. And that was the end of Ricky Starks.
That's the last time we saw Ricky Starks on AEW television.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ricky Starks versus LA Knight promo battle. Yeah. Ricky is not shy of a microphone.
I'm now waiting for Ricky Oba. Like, that's got to be the next, or a Ricky Trick.
Yeah.
Like, does Ricky Starks really expose Trick, though?
I don't know yet. I mean, not necessarily, because I think Trick is getting better. I like the idea of Ricky Ethan, actually.
AEW on AEW.
A little bit.
Well, now I've seen people that are like, well, WWE's going to have to change the name to, All Elite Wrestling with how the talent that they're signing and everything. It's like, that's not the flex you think it is.
No. Oh, Tony misses. Hits the cage hard. With all the chaos going on here, folks, go home show. Ricky Starks is here. We have a cage match main event for the North American title. Woo! Welcome to wrestling.
Yeah, almost. Should you have ended the show with Ricky?
No. I don't mind what they did. I like how that little moment, because it was an impromptu moment at the end of the show, you kind of want this to stand onto itself, have a good main event, and let it kind of cap off. But because of what's happening right now, so like if you're out there and you weren't watching NXT, you may be scrolling to try and figure out where you can watch it and see what the fuck's happening.
Fair enough. Well, then does that go back to my point of this is not exactly the same, but reminiscent to the you know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here of Scott Hall kind of jumping the barricade of the revolution will be televised. I'm here, ain't I? Like, you know who I am, but I'm not going to tell you because you're going to find out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really do think it's got that vibe to it of like, and there are people who are going to be like, I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to learn. You're going to learn today. As I'm in picture right now.
Right.
Ridge
is just laying a beating on Tony as we speak, dropping the knee. Crowd's buzzing.
Jose, call me a Junior Rocky any day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But yes. Ricky Starks showing up as the model. I like the Luger comparison. Like, no one really expected Luger to walk into the Mall of America, right, on that Nitro. Nobody was expecting Ricky to. We were mid-convo.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I was, like I said, I was out here with the scarf defending his former coworker. But, yeah, it's like in between those of you know enough of, Ricky. And it's just, to me, the craziest thing is we talked about this literally last night. They just got announced that they're not on the roster page. They're allegedly free. And then next day, man shows up in NXT. Just waiting, like you said, just waiting in the parking lot for a phone call.
Right? Just rocking back and forth. Just like, any minute now. Any minute now.
Hunter will be calling.
I just picture him like literally like on the phone instantly. I can go? Okay. Click. Hello, Hunter. Like it happened.
He had the 3 phone lines tapped in, and Hunter, just be quiet. I'm gonna call Tony right now.
The old 3-way trick.
Exactly, dude. Now,
ask her if
those like who are under a certain age, you might not remember 3-way calling, but yeah, been there a time or two. You want to know how your friend really feels about you? 3-way calling, bitch, expose you.
Tony Khan is petty as hell. He could have had Ricky for the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I mean, true. And we don't know even if they could have, would they have? I think they might have. But ultimately, that shit always comes back to get you. When you're petty like that, you don't necessarily get the last laugh very often.
No, yeah, not at all. If you petty, you trip over a penny. But yeah. Ricky, if you're out there, if you can hear us right now, we'd love to have you on for an interview. We'll be your first interview now that you've shown up in NXT.
God damn it. The guy wasted no time. Like, again,
literally.
That's like when like you make a trade offer to someone and they accept it right away. You're like, fuck, what did I do? What did I do?
Oh, fuck. Oh, should I got more? Fuck.
Pull it back.
Can I cancel the trade?
Right.
We'll give you getting Cedric Alexander and draft pick to be decided, and we'll take Ricky Starks.
Right. Yeah, like people can say whatever they want about the track record. I mean, it's even the conversation about Britt Baker. If Britt Baker was free to go, would you, if you had the conversation, you felt like her attitude could be a different place? We've seen it all the time, dude. How many times is a dude stuck on a team or have a bad attitude and they trade him away and then he just figures it out? It lands in the right place.
Yeah, 100. Christ, we were talking about that during the Super Bowl. Of sometimes, it's more of the situation you're in and the team you're on versus your talent per se.
Right. As Ridge just eating all the cage right now. Nice.
Belly to belly suplex by Tony.
Jimmy Butler. No, he can't find happiness anywhere he goes.
He hates everywhere.
He hates everywhere. He may be the problem.
Right. Am I the drama?
Fisherman. Oh, nice.
And not Gordon's.
Right. Drake is overrated. Okay. Go tell him. Why are you telling me?
They're not like us. Right? They're not like us.
It's funny because I used Drake on the call out today just to be fun. I'm going the other way. Fuck y'all.
Well, I mean, you got to stay low to the T-Dot as big pump kick there from Ridge on to Tony. Scoop slam.
Right. Yeah, we hadn't noticed. Ricky's been in the crowd for weeks, just every week waiting. Maybe today's the day.
Today's the day. Him and Wardlow have had front row seats every week of just today's the day.
Right. Why do his premiere like that? I think they nailed it. I like what they did. Caught us completely off guard.
We're struggling to still talk about the main event right now. That's a steel cage match for the North American title because Ricky Shark showed up. Like, I don't know what more do you want, sir. Like, I mean, I've said that they could have done it at Vengeance Day, but even then, you've broken Twitter right now. Of you can search Donald Trump, you can search Elon, you can search Trudeau, all of this. All you're gonna get is Ricky Starks right now. I feel.
Yeah, I don't know if tomorrow night's Dynamite is killing the headlines right now, and I don't think Grand Slam is being talked about a whole lot. So that's the goal. Oh, wow, wait a minute.
Spear by Tony. 1, 2. Dos amigos. Yeah, the only way AEW is trending right now is because former AEW superstar Ricky Starks just showed up in NXT.
Hashtag Tony Khan. What'd you do?
Exactly. That is the only way. That is this is no Vaseline. First off, goddamn, I'm glad y'all said it all.
Oh, is he?
Are we gonna slide in the tire iron?
Okay.
Oh, Ridge is gonna get it.
No, we kept saying it. I think Wardlow's the same thing. I think fucking Wardlow's gonna be lonely in the tent for the next couple days outside of Full Sail. Because
can you imagine we turn around and we get Wardlow tonight too? Wardlow and Ridge Holland as a tag team.
Right. Oh, Ridge has the crowbar.
He's about to just
hidden blade-ish thing.
Yeah. Why not just swing for the fences? Just Opie that guy. Just
two.
Dos amigos. Paisans live again. You imagine Wardlow's the big heavy for Tony?
Right. Alistair returning on SmackDown. No, I'm telling you, do it. If you can pull this off, do it. I don't care if you don't have a plan yet. Just do it for the fun of doing it.
That's gouge in the eyes. But yeah, that might be a
crowbar to the back.
Big ass spine buster. 1, 2, 3, and he was trying to hook the leg and could barely even do it.
Still your champion, folks. Tony, big win.
Huge win. Now, Ridge, have we gone too far? Have we gone off
the edge with Ridge?
Yeah, are we right? Have we gone over the edge?
Gone off the ridge. This must be top draw. I just heard Nick say Icky Shark. What? Icky Shark?
What?
Instead of Ricky Starks, I guess.
When did I say Icky Sharks? I got Ridge jumping everybody.
Wait a minute. There's something afoot here, though. They just fought Ridge off. What is happening here?
Oh, Izzy's gonna just turn on Rizzo?
There's a buzz.
Oh, we're looking. Who's here? Oh,
it's Spears and crew.
oh, shit.
I like this. I want more of this.
This wouldn't be bad if I didn't have Ricky Starks the segment before.
Izzy.
Oh,
but it wasn't Ridge.
She didn't take the Ridge to Terabithia. She's out there with Chairman and Spears.
Oh, Rizzo getting pancaked. And they're chaining it shut. So Tony about to take a
this was what started the initial thing with like Spears was heavily trying to recruit Izzy, and she just constantly acted awkward of like, I don't even want to look at you.
No, dude, I mean, that's misdirection of shit. We thought she was going to turn on Tony for Ridge.
And you make now Spears' little culty faction here over like Rover because now they're just decimating Tony.
Welcome to NXT.
Yeah. Leap developmental. Shit's trying to climb and just gets clattered with a chair.
I think we're going to get a DVD from the second rope, from the Bret Hart rope.
Most dangerous rope.
Spears, wow, on the chair.
When you have Crucifino and Stacks up there like, no, don't do it. You'll kill him. He can only take so many Death Valley drivers.
Spears, the new Ravens flock. I like it.
Caw.
Why wouldn't Jungle Boy do this? You might have to elaborate. Your vitamins are killing you right now, sir.
Yeah. Most Pallone finally gets justice.
You know what? This is finally a gimmick for Nost that works.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is the Righteous without Elias, Ezekiel, and all of them.
You hear he's maybe not with the company?
I don't give a shit. That's what I want. I want Vincent, Dutch, and Elias. Like, why can't I have that? Like, that's the culty faction I want. This is Shawn Michaels saying, no, we have a culty faction at home.
Yeah, are you seeing what they're doing right now? At the end of the show, they're giving us a hype package for Vengeance Day, the history of Vengeance Day.
Yeah, I didn't know if this was end of the show or we were off the air, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a proving ground. Like, they're hyping Vengeance Day as like one of the big NXT shows.
I was waiting for NXT to start to get into this kind of pattern where Stand delivers their WrestleMania.
No,
so they've got to have 3 years, a few in between that become landmarks.
Yeah, they're adding some, but really staking the claim. Like, this is a really good hype package to say goodnight tonight. Is this considered long-term storytelling? Yes. This is not the Shield. This is the badge.
Facts. No, I would say that's long-term storytelling. I won't per se it's the best storytelling, but it's definitely long-term storytelling.
Oh, for sure. Has Bradley gifted out a membership again, sir? You are the best. For Ricky Stark showing up. Oh, the day.
They're all masked up.
Dude, this shit don't stop.
Well, they're masked up like the goddamn Shield was and everything, like Sierra, Hotel, Indica, Echo, Lima, Delta, all that. But now I'm wondering, is it going to be more that, or is it going to be more retribution of who's going to come in as, Mace and everything?
Yeah, listen, if I was a betting man today, my money, my hope is on the idea that they're going to come in like the Shield, like a badass crew. I think it's, we talked about it being a couple people from Evolve. I think it's got potential, and it's, dude, Ricky Starks, cage match, turn by Izzy. Shawn Spears is back on the map. Then, a nice hype package. We're like, this is cool. Nice way to kind of sign off on our big go home show. and then put one more teaser. Oh, by the way, this is also still happening. A hell of a fucking show tonight.
I does this deserve a 10? Because this is probably arguably the best go home show I've seen
in
months, in a year. Like this go home show felt like this was Vengeance Day night one. Like that's like why this, and we got Starks. Like it to me, it's a 10. It's a 10.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll take any courses, any arguments, any discourse, anything to argue less than. To me, it's a 10.
Yeah. I mean, again, am I being picky if I go a little less? I'm kind of with you. This is one of my favorite NXT episodes in a long time. Like, I mean, and I don't dislike, like I have no issue with NXT. They've had a lot of good, really good shows, but there wasn't a whole lot of fat on this one. Like it was like you said, they went all the way. Like they gave us a little piggy treatment tonight. We went all the way home. Like it literally checked off so many boxes. The triple threat tag match was good. You're selling us on things like Eddie Thorpe. You add Kora to the title match. Bayley and Kora had a good match. Fandango Heritage Cup. Maybe that's your half point off, but Ricky Starks walks in and gives them some bonus.
Yeah, they huffed and they puffed, and it's going to be interesting to see if Vengeance Day outdoes the go home show. Like that's a huge statement right there.
Oh, I think it will.
Well, and I hope it does. If I'm giving the go home show a 10, I'm going to be Spinal Tap of these go to 11 when it comes to this, because to me, that felt like I said, Vengeance Day night one, like that felt PLE. Like I don't know who I owe money to, but I feel like I owe somebody some money that I got to watch that.
Right, Heatwave is SummerSlam of NXT. Yes, it is, and it's paired up. Like last year, they were in Toronto.
Right.
So yeah, they're paired up. It's actually paired up with Money in the Bank, but it is like their SummerSlam. You're right.
Yes.
9 out of 10 from Vance. Yeah, get ratings in, folks. What did you like? What didn't you like? I'll go with you. I'm in a good mood, good vibe, great chat tonight. Great stream. 10 seems fair.
Ricky Starks.
Yeah. If at any point I was going to take off for a couple little things here or there, Ricky Starks sends it the other way. And I really love the ending of tonight's show. I love what they did with Sean Spears. His group actually looks formidable. Jensen is not a child. Like he's been around for a minute now. He's matured. The other dude, his name is gone from my brain right now.
Miro, I don't know.
Jacked. I like that. And Tony D now has another challenger. We talk about Starks coming in. Are there other names on the horizon? Like the men's division is starting to bulk back up, and I like it. I like this a lot.
You had 3 great endings within all of 5 minutes. You had the ending to the cage match, which was a fantastic way to, if that's how you end the show, that's how you end the show, and it's great. And then you follow it up with the Vengeance Day vignette that gets you sold on the PLE, the pay-per-view, what have you. And then you close it out on the last second of the little glitch, the Vengeance Day, and you have all of them throwing on the masks and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, like it was a good enough show. You didn't need the other thing at the end. It was just a bonus, another little like Easter egg of like, oh, here you go. Like you said, you almost feel like you should pay somebody because there was a lot tonight, a lot that I was happy about, a lot that I was really into. Yeah, I mean, other than my only complaint, if I could change one thing that happened tonight, I really don't like the fact that Briggs and Yoshi won the match, but we'll see what happens.
I'll give it a pass because I got Cannonball Tank. I still want that as a clip.
Right.
Instantly set to I came in like a rain.
Yeah, I gotta pull that off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Anthony's still out there. Anthony, I need your help. 10 out of 10. NXT did great tonight with storytelling and building up to the pay-per-view, but didn't lack in the match. Didn't lack in the ring, which I appreciated. I thought the ring, like the matches were solid tonight. Cage match was fun. Ava's a witch. I don't know how that pertains. 8 out of 10 from Paul.
Even if I conceded your point, that's still like 9.5.
Yeah.
And some people are even saying, I'm like, but didn't Yoshi's, sell for the splash to where he hyped it up and everything? Didn't that give you the half a point?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like maybe I was going to take off a full point, but that finish, that splash, I want to see that every week. That is
right I don't want to see that ever again.
That's officially right up there with the tsunami for me. I got to know what they call it. Like if there's a special name for his, because I just want to yell it out.
That's what they call it. Bullshit.
My God, go back and the old Nintendo Pro Wrestling, where when you would jump off the top rope and your little 8-pixel man would straighten right out. That's what that was tonight. It was hilarious.
I just love this man, like ballooned out, like U-shaped out, like RVD hitting the frog splash and everything. Because always RVD hit the frog splash, and it looked like it'd be the most painful shit ever. It turns out it was, because he'd fucking extend like a sumbitch. And this man just did the exact same thing. Just and the hands made the same kind of like formation too.
The only saving grace was the fact that RVD came down, you felt it. Yoshi has a little more cushion to him, so that might help. 8.5, 8.5 out of 10. NXT greater than AEW. Look, I don't like the generalization of that, right? Like next week, NXT can shit the bed and AEW can barn burn. So again, is it more consistent? I would argue, yeah, for a while now, it's been much more consistent.
I need to click off the notification, but no, can wait. This is called that Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Ain't no fucking way.
Right? That would be the best.
8 out of 10 for NXT tonight, says Anthony. I agree with you of the generalization is a bit much.
Yeah.
But boy, howdy, did they kick this out the fucking park. This is back, still going. Like,
right.
They just hit a home run upon a home run here.
All day out of 10. That's bad. 10 out of 10. I agree with you, man. Like, I mean, for my money as a wrestling fan, I want the show to end and I want to be full of energy. I want to be fucking hyper. I want to be excited about what just happened. And tonight did that. Like, tonight was just like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Like, it was enough that there was a lot of little things that I really kept it going. Yeah, didn't feel like 2 hours. It cooked.
Yeah, well, I feel like I've had a good round of filing my taxes because I'm out here after Ricky Starks and all this. I feel like I need a cigarette and everything.
Right.
100% of I'm feeling good.
9 out of 10. There's a lot of tuna fish being called back, have been eaten every day to what?
Don't you do you, boo boo, I guess. The great tuna recall of 2025.
Be very careful with where you get your fish. 9.25 out of 10 knee pads, 8.2 out of 10. 0 no Trish. 9 out of 10.
Did we get Trish at Elimination Chamber?
She could be there.
Rumor.
Yeah. No. She'll be in she'll be there for something.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Nice. Yeah, it's in Toronto, dude. She's gonna be there.
Facts. I like though how like the lowest most people go is like an 8.5. When normally like that would be a high mark. That's the low mark tonight.
Yeah, I mean, again, getting a lot of love across the board. 0.1 off for no Tyler Breeze. Coming soon. Was that Alistair Skullface? No, I do not. I believe we've already established this is.
Could you imagine that's the House of Black?
The new House of Black? Could you imagine the first teaser? The silhouettes were just like local enhancement talent for the sake of it.
This whole thing, but I like that's what makes this good and so great is already what they had at a base level. If you don't add the spears, the Izzy turn, all of this, already what they had with the vignettes, the little glitch, the tracking, and everything like that. Already, I'm pretty excited for Vengeance Day. Already tracking super well. Now you add all of this and that and everything into it. You've now gone from a triple threat to a fatal 4-way. You've got a strap match at it, etc. All right, so now my attention level is here. Now you're throwing out Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
All right, I this is going to be death by chocolate, death by wrestling out here because I can only take so much.
Right. A lot of people asking about who was at the end of the show there. Saquon Sugars, Cutler James, Keanu Carver, and Dion Lennox.
Yes, that is the alleged names that are
alleged.
Allegedly.
But I still have the poll up from we've been yelling so much. I didn't even take the poll down from the last match.
They have that.
57% of the people. There were still a bunch of people that were wrong. Who was the person in the Skull Mask? So there's your answer that we think, or at least what's been reported. War Games or Fall Brawl can be Survivor Series.
I think they are Survivor Series.
Technically. 8.5. What's up, Brendan? 9 of Tony's tears out of 10. Keyshawn, that's a good rating.
Tony's about to crash out right now. Like everybody batten down the hatches. Tony's about to be on some unhinged bullshit. Tune in Wednesday. Tune in tomorrow.
And dude, I just feel like it's been like this the back half of 2024, the beginning of 2025. It's just been a lot of really big W's and feel good moments from the WWE, with a couple exceptions. And it's been a lot of L's and not so feely good moments, with a couple exceptions on the other side.
Is this Tony's worst nightmare? Of this is why initially the story came out of I'm not granting Ricky Starks his release, the whole playthrough of I'd like to use him, but I can't, but he clearly gets shelved. Of did Tony know if he's gone, this is what's going to happen? And now dream full circle here of now his worst nightmares come true.
Yeah, in some ways, and there's only so much you can only so many things that you could put a positive spin on, right? You want to still, the company's fine, it's doing okay. They weren't using those guys anyway, but it has to make you think fuck. Yoshi's been no. We joke about Yoshi. Yoshi is an older gentleman. He's like a mentor to Briggs. That's how this all came about. From the Noah,
he looks like a young lion.
No. He's not. But Axiom and Nathan Frazier defend tag belts this Saturday. Do a special heart. That would be cool. A lot of people have talked about it. They teased it.
My heartbeat still. If we get Starks and Hardys in the same week,
I want Malachi Black on Friday. I just want that extra kick in the the one extra tap.
Just Christ, I didn't expect anybody. I was thinking more we get closer to at nearest a Vengeance Day, maybe a Stand and Deliver, but literally next day. So again, these motherfuckers are circling the NXT parking lot, circling Titan Towers, TKO offices, saying, I'm free now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
This man's had his next one lined up. He was just waiting for the bait to be cut. And that's all it was. The minute he got news, he turned around and just couldn't wait. Again, less than a day. We didn't even make it to Wednesday, and he's here. It's
less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours.
Allegedly. Yeah, Javon, that's funny. The people in the Skull Mask are NXT level up call-ups. Yes, absolutely. So again, and I think what they're trying to do now is you're seeing the Evolve and the Performance Center, the NIL. Now you're watching them feed into NXT too. Not everyone's going to be a free agent. We got homegrown talent as well.
Do you, outside theory, give those guys 2 Starks with the revolution will be televised? Of this feels
right.
Viva la Revolution a little bit.
Again, I think it's a big part of a bigger movement, a bigger thing. I'm here in Canada as a part of the USA. You're here wrong.
Well, yeah. My commander in tweet likes to want to make you the 51st state.
Yeah, good luck.
I know. Trust me, I know.
We got hockey sticks. We'll fight.
We ain't fitting to drop them gloves, my guy.
has been in NXT for over a year. He's a guy with the glasses and reads in the background. Yeah, I agree with you. So that's very accurate to who that is. But Dion hasn't done much. Maybe this is something cool. We'll see. Riley Otteson.
Yes. Hi, Raleigh, with the stone cold looking swole. But yeah, my biggest thing is I think it's going to be a bunch of guys that are going to be featured and be more of a thing on Evolve. And that's how they're going to use that to kickstart people tuning into that.
Yeah, in a big way. Absolutely. I mean, again, you got to, it's all, you use all the gears in the machine to make the machine go. So I think, you know, we see Bayley helping, you know, now mentoring with like a Roxanne, everything kind of works together. And if you get that flow going, you're a well-oiled machine, and you're producing talent and talent and more talent and more talent. Where do you put everybody?
Facts.
Praxium versus Hardys versus Rascals in a ladder match, stand and deliver. Hey, I'm in. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Or at least a Worlds Collide.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here tonight. That is NXT. That is the show. Hell of a show. So much happened. I got no voice on a Tuesday. But we are back at it tomorrow for Dynamite, and all week long we got more coming your way Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then back at it again. We head towards more pay-per-views, more shows, more specials, more original content. We're working on some other stuff behind the scenes, so stay tuned for all the fun stuff. But be a friend, tell a friend. We thank you for 6.4K subscribers. And yeah, if you could share the word, we would appreciate it. But one hell of a show tonight.
Spread the good gospel of wrestling. You're being a bad friend if you don't. And yeah, Ricky Starks is in WWE. But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you talk about that rest, you put up with that full life with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the revolution will be televised. See you on the flip side. Good night.